Today we're going to talk about what is the true difference in a lease and a retail purchase. A lot of us that are doing a lot of leases think that there's a difference, that there's maybe something, the customer's different, they're more payment cautious, it's harder to bump them, it's a $40 bump on a $1,000 profit. Like, I get it, but the number one thing, it's mentality. It's going into that deal thinking those things, just like everything else in life. If we think that that's the way that it's going to be, more than likely, that's what's going to happen. If you think the customer is not going to bump, they're not going to see value, and you're not going to close any product, you're already closing yourself before you close the customer. You're not going to close anything. So the first thing is have the right mentality going into the lease, so that way you're prepared and you're going to close the deal. The second thing is education on our products. We need to know exactly what they cover, when they cover it, and how they're going to benefit that customer on every way that they can exit out of the lease at the end. The lease is different than a retail because we have 4 different ways that we can end the lease. We can turn it in, we can trade it, we can sell it, or we can keep it. So we need a way that we can provide value, whatever the customer says, whichever one of the 4 options that they say that they're going to do at the end. We need to have a value point for each of our products. So educate yourself so you can educate the customer. The third and last thing is make sure we're presenting with confidence. We're presenting that menu or the presentation the same way we would on a retail. We're inspiring them and showing them, hey, look, this is what I would do if I was in the lease. This is the lease advantage that our dealership has worked up, so that way you don't run into any expenses at the end of a lease. The lease has 4 different ways that you can exit. A retail, you've got just a few. So this way we protect you. We keep you in a fixed payment, not a variable payment. The last thing I want you to do is to come back here in 3 years and we tell you have to write a $1,700 check and what's the odds that you're going to buy another car from me? So I want to make sure that you're fully protected. This option is going to protect all of these things. So at the end of the lease, you can decide to do whatever you want to do and you're fully covered.